This is Gigi, the class nerd. He objects to being called a nerd, but admits he studies well. The man shook my hand with a crushing grip, seemingly using all his strength. He introduced himself, but I've forgotten his name. Everyone knew him as Nike. Hey, hi, I'm Gigi. Man, in middle school I had a few classmates who transferred to other schools. Others who were held back, but we also had new classmates who transferred to our school. Asu arrived first at the start of 2nd grade, Menghina followed a few months later. Although they didn't start with us, the entire class immediately accepted them as fellow classmates from the beginning. There were no differences between them and the others. Then came Kapitsana and Amerindianu in 3rd grade. They were accepted a bit more slowly, especially Amerindianu, but little by little they integrated. I think the next one was Dorofte in 4th grade, then came Popa, Mihai, Mitzi, Dumitru. Well, they were held back, they didn't come from another school. In 8th grade, 2 girls joined us, the only new classmates who came to our class. 2 siblings, a brother and sister around 5th grade, also attended but dropped out after a few months. Nike also arrived shortly after we began 6th grade. There may have been others, but I can't recall them now. Now, each of them had their own personality and their own way of fitting in, of trying to belong to the group. There were the hot-tempered ones, always seeking fights and trying to assert themselves as leaders, like Popa and Kapitena. Some were timid and withdrawn, like Dorofte and Amerindianu, minding their own business. Others fell somewhere in between. Miti, Dumitru, and Mihai were part of a group that acted authentically, neither trying to impress nor being too withdrawn. The 2 girls fit in quickly. Most of the boys were crazy about them, and they got along well with the girls. Besides them, there was also Nike. He was a bit different, both physically and in terms of behavior. At first glance, he seemed like Dorofte and Amerindiano, minding his own business. A bit withdrawn and shy, but that was just how he seemed. In fact, he was more like Popa and Cappuccina. I don't know, man, he was really weird. But I got along well with almost all the newcomers. I was the first to speak with them. At some point, I sat at the desk with each of them, from Asu to Dumitru, the last to join. There were 2 exceptions, Menghina and Nike. In Menghina's case, his stunt with the fat guy may have also mattered. If you haven't seen the story, you can find it up here somewhere, but otherwise, we got along pretty well. We were never best friends, but we never fought either. We respected each other. With Nike, it was different. I just couldn't stand him, man, from the moment I saw him. Even with a girl who joined in 8th grade, with whom I got along well, I didn't really talk to girls. But this guy seemed weird to me. Even his voice irritated me. You know when you meet someone and instantly click, like you've known each other forever? With Nike, it was the complete opposite for me. We were polar opposites, like yin and yang, the sun and moon, good and evil, at least from my perspective. Before we continue, if you like the story, give it a like, bro. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button now. The answer to last week's quiz was A plums. The first 5 correct comments and 5 randomly selected ones are now on screen. Want a chance to participate? Pay attention to the next quiz. What did Senchuk use to beat Utsa and Bogdan? A broom. B, a stick. C, a shovel. Leave your answer quickly in the comments. You have 5 seconds. Ready? Did you answer? Let's return to the story. About 2 months into the school year, our homeroom teacher announced we would have a new classmate soon. During homeroom, she came in with this guy. He was a tall guy, about 6'3". The tallest in our class was tall guy. He was about 5'9". Back then I was next, around 5'7". This new guy was like a giant compared to us, almost a head taller. And he wasn't skinny either, not that tall and scrawny type. Well, I never really knew what was up with him, if he had been held back a few years or not. I never found out. The homeroom teacher told us he was our age, and he said the same thing. Look at that guy, man. You'd think he ate fire, buddy. This man is tall with a small head, the opposite of Capitana. Gigi, keep your voice down. He's huge. Forget him. What's he got to do with me? Hope the devil doesn't put him behind us. We were sitting in the 4th row, and since he's so tall, we thought they'd put him in the row behind us. But to our surprise, the teacher moved Menghina to the first row and put him with Dilyu. It seems she knew him. During the first break, Dilyu introduced his neighbor from the same street to each of us. He's the ace. He's kind of like a woman, you know? Don't mind him, man. I have 2 girlfriends. This is Gigi, the class nerd. Screw you, idiot. Who's the nerd, man? He's not, but he studies the best. This guy shook my hand so hard, almost crushing it. He seemed to squeeze with all his strength. He mentioned his name, but I can't recall it now. Everyone knew him as Nike. He squeezed so hard, that idiot. Who's Gigi? This guy, man, almost broke my hand. Didn't he squeeze your hand too? No, boss, his hand was soft. Maybe the feeling of repulsion was mutual, not just from me. For the first few days, the new guy only sat at his desk, talking to Dilyu. He skipped breaks and appeared to be a well-behaved student. He participated in class and earned praise from teachers, fitting in with the nerds. Yet something about him seemed odd to me. He seemed to be trying hard to act a certain way, as if playing a role. Days later, during a break, Dilyu was laughing heartily while seemingly arguing with someone. I was sitting at my desk with Amerindianu, and he saw me looking at him, and what does he say? Do you know what this guy's name is, Gigi? Yeah, man, I know. No, man, his name is Nike. What did that guy say, man? Mike, like... I didn't get it, Gigi. What did you say, Dilyu? Mike? No, Nike is spelled with an N. Alright, man, Nike. Gigi called you Nike, and laughed again. He rises from his desk, approaches me silently, and raises his fist as if to hit me. Are you mocking me? I didn't get a chance to say anything because he tried to hit me in the face. Luckily, I was quick and dodged. He hit me on the shoulder. What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? He punches my hand again and leaves. What did you say, Amerindian? Nike? What's wrong, Dilyu? I didn't say anything. Did that guy call you Nike? He attacked another person, grazing their chin. Be careful. He's not mentally stable. I'll inform Dilly about this. For a few days, everyone had a blast with Dilyu, who made this guy hit whoever he wanted. This guy would come at you like a psychopath. He wouldn't say anything and just hit you wherever he could. I visit Dilyu during a break. What's wrong with him? Is he crazy? No, man, that's just how he is, a bit dumb. He may be dumb, but he hits hard. Damn him, he's new too. What do you want? Hey, if you make him hit me again, I'll smack you. Are you mad, dummy? Screw him. I'll wait for him after class with the guys on the street and beat him up. Watch out, he's my protege, Gigi. I take care of him. I'll beat you up. Should I set the big guy on him? Alright, man, I won't say anything about you anymore. And for about a week, this guy kept to himself. Dilyu remained silent, content that all was well. They called him Nike because he always wore Nike sneakers and a Nike t-shirt. I don't know why he got upset. He probably just needed a reason to show how tough he was with his fists. He needed a reason because he had probably been expelled from the other school because of violence. Just in case, he would claim his classmates laughed at him or that he wasn't mentally sound. Anything is possible, maybe even both options. Yeah, man, and after about a week or so, 2 girls started hitting on him. These 2 were kind of the divas of the class. They were considered the best looking in the class, and they weren't exactly well behaved either. Dilyu and Menghina would smack them on the butt whenever they caught them. Dilyu being Dilyu would even ride them sometimes, especially the blonde one. I'm Dilyu, man. They didn't say anything, they liked it too. They would touch them lightly with their hands, more like a caress, you jerk. As I mentioned, those 2 were targeting him. Like, why is he nicknamed Nike? What school did he go to? Who does he want to sit with? If he'll hold them in his arms too, how tall he is, stuff like that, Nike would blush and not say anything. He sat with his head in his hands. We all thought he was shy, especially me, as I was the same way. After 2 days, he snapped. Leave me alone. What's wrong, Nike? Why are you yelling at us? Didn't you hear me? Leave me alone. Get out, you losers. Who talks like that, man? She had an even filthier mouth and really tore into him. Leave him be. He's not worth it. He's crazy. Then he gets up, grabs them both by the hair, and throws them out. The smaller one goes flying with her legs up. The fool isn't even wearing any underwear, man. Look at that bush she's got. What a thicket indeed. While we were laughing, Dilyu and Menghina jumped in to restrain him as the 2 girls cursed him out viciously, swearing worse than someone with a real reason. Anticipating what would follow made me laugh even harder. He'd gone too far this time. That day, we also had history with the homeroom teacher. The girls reported the incident, detailing how he pulled their hair and threw them down. But unexpectedly, he gets up and starts bawling, saying they've been picking on him for days, giving him nicknames, laughing at him, cursing at him, and mocking him. He was fortunate it wasn't a different homeroom teacher, as she would have severely reprimanded him. Instead, the homeroom teacher told him not to let it happen again, and to the two girls, who were also partly to blame, but in the end just wanted his attention, she told them to apologize and leave him alone. She told us to understand him, that it's hard for him, it's a new class, he's even more different from us. She was referring to his height, and that we should help him fit in. The fool got away with it. Do you think so, boss? Why, man, Robert and Jackie are coming. I was looking at Nike and I saw a smirk at the corner of his mouth. It was a twisted act, but his laughter and belief that he got away with it were pointless. He only avoided a low conduct grade. But he was about to meet Robert and Jackie. Jackie was the brother of that brunette girl. He was in 8th grade. They called him that because he looked like Jackie Chan, and just like him, he knew karate too. Robert, cousin of the blonde girl, was the ultimate fat guy of the school, fat with a capital F. He was a 7th grader, but seemed like a 30-year-old. He was huge, and everyone feared him. People would avoid him on sight. He was the sole student who could rival Dumitru. Despite his good nature, his peers used him as a scarecrow. They always brought him when something happened. The others would flee, but despite his gentleness, this involved his cousin. He had to do something. The next day, these guys come into the classroom straight to him. Are you Nike? What do you want, man? Who's this guy? Your old man? You talk big, huh? Get out of here, man. He pushes Jackie away. This guy was skinnier and smaller. Almost knocked him off his feet. Did you hit my cousin? Get lost, fatso. He pushes Robert as well, but he doesn't move at all. He grabs his arm, twists it behind his back, knocks him down, and pushes him away. Nike stands up with his fist raised, and the fat guy backhands him. Nike falls over the bench, and Jackie jumps on him. He quickly beat the guy to a pulp, living up to his nickname, Jackie. Look, man, it's a karate movie, and he deserves it, boss. The pair arrived and began hitting and verbally abusing him. In the end, after they threatened him that if he messes with them or says anything again, they'll come back, they left. For about 2 weeks, he struggled with those two. They repeatedly slapped him and threw his cap and backpack on the ground. And he was boiling inside, he couldn't do anything, but suddenly things changed. Dilyu mediated a peace between them and they became best friends. He started doing whatever Dilyu and Menghina did. He would slap their butts and hug them, making them laugh and call him shameless, to everyone's delight. He got accustomed to being called Nike and stopped getting upset. He hit the boys less frequently, if ever. Why are you even hitting them, man? That's right, so you know who's the boss. After the first semester, he calmed down and rarely hit anyone, mostly targeting the tall guy and the Amerindian, whom he couldn't stand. His hits were lighter and avoided the face. Mihai had something against him too. Since I would sometimes step in for him, he would hit me as well. Mitz and Dumitru joined the 7th grade class a little later in the school year. He didn't see Mitzi and tried it with him too. 2 hours later, Mitzi arrived with 7 or 8 kids from his school, all from his street. Though shorter, Mitzi was strong and scared him. But their street was very united. There were many of them and they stood up for each other. Why do you let him hit, Gigi? Forget that fool. His hits are weak anyway. Don't let him anymore. Do you want me to call those guys again? No, I'll handle him myself. Months pass and Dilyu, Menghina, and Nike begin bullying everyone in the class. Their hormones raged, constantly seeking trouble. Ever since Dumitru joined our class, he became their primary target. I spoke with Mitzi about assisting him, as I desired revenge on Nike. We'd beat them up when we caught them. Menghina was an easy target. Dilyu would get it from me and Mitzi from time to time, but Nike was rarely alone, and when he was, either Mitzi or Dumitru would beat him up. I never got the chance to hit. The problem was that Mitzi was afraid to hit, while Dilyu would only give playful slaps. However, they would hit Dumitru and me. Dilyu and Menghina hit playfully, but the brute hit hard. I felt it. I was considering gathering Senchiuk, Motalanu, and Kostel to ambush him at the corner or sending Kapunaru after him. I said I should try to calm him down myself first, despite being afraid. I had to try. And the next time he came to me and punched me, I got up and punched him back. He was stunned. He didn't expect that. He tried to hit me again, but I ran away, and for a few weeks, that's what I did. He would punch me, I would hit him back once or twice, and then I'd run away. And one day, we were in the schoolyard with several others, and he was watching me closely. What the hell's wrong with your hair, man? What do you mean, man? The bangs got in my eyes. He lifted them up, revealing my forehead covered in hundreds of pimples. And I was using my bangs to cover them, so they wouldn't show. Haven't you heard of pimple cream, man? I used it, man, but they didn't go away. You should try using human breast milk, dude. With what, man? Man's milk, you fool. That's what I used when I had it. He's talking about, damn you idiot, get the hell out of here. Look at this fool. What do you think creams contain? It'll go away right away. If you want, I'll give you some from me. Give it to your mother. What did you say? You talk too much and nonsense, you wreck. We were both ready to start fighting, but these guys held us back. He didn't talk to me for about 2 days. I was determined to jump on him if he said or did anything. On the 3rd day, he greeted me and acted like nothing had happened. A few days later, as we prepared for gym class, Nike arrived wearing sweatpants. Only the speaker, another male, and some girls with exemptions remained in the classroom, skipping class. I was about to leave when someone suddenly punched my hand hard, almost making it go numb. I yelled, "What the heck are you doing, you lunatic?" Did you forget who's the boss? Go to hell, man. I hit him hard in the hand, too. He throws another punch. I dodge and land one in his ribs. I bent him a little. He expected me to run, like I usually do. He throws another punch and I hit back with 2 fists. Then I ran to the other side of the benches. He tries to grab me and gets his pants caught on a screw or a nail, and a whole pant leg tears off. I burst out laughing. He removes his pants, leaving himself in just his underwear. The girls ran away from class while I stood there staring at him, wondering what he intended to do. Was he going to stay in his underwear during class? "What are you looking at, idiot?" he asked me. "I have my jeans in my backpack." "No, man, I didn't know what you were doing. Just wait. You'll see how badly I'll beat you up after this. You won't get away." "Who are you going to beat up, man?" "Run while you can, because after I beat you up, I'll hit your pimples too. I'll throw you in the bathroom. What are you doing, man?" Man, and I jumped right on him. I grabbed him by the neck and squeezed until his face turned red. I punched him 4 or 5 times in the stomach. He threw a couple too, but he didn't hit me. I let him go and get ready. Come on, let's fight, you damn cripple. Wait, you're in sweatpants and I'm in jeans. Come on, let's see who's stronger. No, that's enough. I don't want trouble. We're both just as good. I was relieved when he backed off. I'm not sure if I could have beaten him, but I scared him off. He hasn't bothered me since. In fact, he no longer bothered anyone. With me, he didn't even have the courage to joke. We were never friends, but there were times when we were both around, like on trips, or when we skipped class with Dilyu and he was there too, but he never spoke badly about me again, and I didn't talk badly about him either. I never liked him, but I got used to him since I had no choice. Eventually, nobody could stand him anymore. Dilyu was the only one who talked to him. That was essentially my fight with Nike, though from my perspective, it wasn't really a fight. It was more of a settling of scores. When I finished 8th grade, I was about 1 meter 74 tall. He was 6'5". We reunited around age 20, greeting each other. He didn't seem to have grown taller. I hadn't grown much either. 4 or 5 centimeters. If you liked the story, give it a like, comment, and share it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Also, hit the bell for notifications. What can we learn from this story? Sometimes the wolf wears sheep's clothing and don't hit girls, brother. Until next time, we'll meet again. Bye.